I had something on my face. I say the Lord's Prayer several times a day. Several times. Like on and off during the day, I'll just say it. Like a mantra type way. I just always say it. And sometimes I find myself kind of going through it real fast. I don't know, like I was just coming down the stairs, and for some reason in my head, I felt like I had to finish it before I hit the door. I don't know, these weird OCD things. And I thought, like, is it bad to do that? Like, should I not kind of speed through that or any prayer? I don't know. I feel like I don't know. Does God care? I don't think God cares about that stuff. As far as how you pray to him. The whole thing about worshiping God, he doesn't really feel like the kind of guy that would require worship. I have a lot of weird kind of things about that. The guy I have a relationship with is just pure acceptance and love. And he's kind of laid back, you know. But I have to say, our relationship, it's not tense, but you know, things have changed. Not changed. It's just a little bit. He should have told us, you know, about the Satan thing. He should have let us know. Because I absolutely kind of believe the Vatican bro who put those posts up on 4chan about the truth about Satan being God's first son. Something about it just rings true to me. I think he was telling the truth. There's just too many other things about it, the stuff he was saying, that just, I don't know. You know sometimes when people are lying and when they're telling the truth, because they each have their own frequency, as I've gone over many times. And you don't know why. You just know something feels true or something feels real. I feel like that guy's telling the truth. It fits in, you know, when you start to look at everything else, biblically, you know. And I don't know. I know why he wouldn't tell us, because we have to reject Satan and everything about him. The only way is out is through the Father, the grace of God. And if we knew he was our brother, you know, it's a fucking Star Wars situation. It's another Star Wars situation. Obi-Wan and Yoda in that movie didn't want to tell Luke his dad was Vader, because they knew it would be confusing for him, and they needed him to stick on the mission and, you know, not be turned by Vader. And I don't think they exactly want him to kill him. They never really said that, but they said you got to face him down, whatever. And they knew if he had the knowledge that it was his father, it would confuse him. I just broke my cigarette in half. That's how tense I am about this fucking Satan being my brother thing. Yeah, I just feel like, you know, he should have told us, I guess. But I can see why he didn't at the same time. I understand it. But I don't know. It's kind of a weird feeling. I don't know what to think. Because of course I still, you know, I'm not even thinking about entertaining the fact of having any sympathy for Satan, or he's the ultimate evil. But, you know, it does make you think. It makes you think about some stuff. Now, I could be completely wrong. I could have read that whole thing wrong. My gut instinct and my spiritual shit test might all be wrong, and it's just something that got me up. But what if it isn't? You know, what if it doesn't? I don't know. I'm not great at figuring out when people are lying to me sometimes. It's situational dependent, you know, sometimes you just know, you can tell. But I don't know, this one feels like it's true, and I'm surprised I didn't think of it before. You know, like even the Vatican bro was like, yeah, I don't know why people haven't put this together. You know, more people haven't put it together. It's obvious. It's right out there, and you know, when I think about it, it's like, well, yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah, it's just something I've been tossed around in my mind. Again, I don't think it changes anything. You know, like I don't think you can try to save Satan. You know what I mean? If God doesn't think he can, he's obviously, you know, he's obviously not trying to redeem him in any way. It's beyond that. But it does give you a weird feel. Or it gives me a weird feel. Because it's like, and then there's the whole trust thing. Like, I don't know. He didn't lie to us. He just didn't, you know, he didn't come out and say it either. I don't know. Maybe I should just not think about it that much, you know? I think that's the best way to go. But it is, you know, it's weird. It's weird. It's not a big deal. But at the same time, you know, it's, you know, it's a deal. It's a little bit of a deal. I'm not mad at him. You know, I'm not like mad at God. I couldn't be mad at God. You know, that wouldn't make any sense. But, you know, still thinking about it quite. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's kind of silly. Nice afternoon here in Hawaii, Tuesday afternoon. I thought it was Tuesday night last night. I did a video last evening, and I'm walking around going, yeah, Tuesday night. It's fucking not Tuesday night. Today's Tuesday. Tonight will be Tuesday night. This place cleared out. I was saying that to Nia this morning when we walked over to her work this morning. Usually there's people about, you know, people coming and going. You'll see tourists with their bags getting out of hotels or traveling. There was no one around this morning. Even now, look at how, like, it's noontime, you know, and the traffic here is really sparse, and there's not a heck of a lot of people walking around. Not that I'm complaining, you know, the less people, the better. For me, anyway. You know, I know not everyone's like that, but I am. Yeah, it's weird. I think it's because, like, it's earlier in the week, so people, whoever was vacationing here last week is gone now. You see this happen sometimes. People leave on the Sunday a lot. So, and sometimes it feels like, depending on if there's like a holiday or some kind of event, you'll see like a new crop of people come in. You know, one day we'll get very busy. It's usually like a Thursday, sometimes Wednesday night, but Thursday is when you usually get the new group of people, whether they're here for a week or 2 weeks or whatever. You can kind of, oh, this lady over here with the God thing, with the God thing. That's our team. It's that's my guy. But yeah, it's like that sign she has is very similar to signs other guys have on Kalakaua at night. They're the same kind of printing where they alternate the red with the black. How you doing? God bless you. God bless you. And she's out here every day, and that guy's out here like every night. I don't know, there's something to that. I don't know what it is. And then you have the other problem, like I talked about, where like they have like the real crazy guys out there screaming about Jesus to try to make Christians look bad, or at least I believe that's what they're there for. Because these guys that do this kind of stuff are really deep pockets, you know. That's Soros writing checks to have things. I mean, he's had operations and stuff happen in the state before for all kinds of different things. But yeah, you know, these guys have endless money. So what would be the point of having Christians look crazy? I don't know, just to make them look crazy. You know, because they got like these real unhinged looking people to stand out there and scream about Jesus, about Jesus and God, and they always have signs like that. They're all the same kind of signs, like a place is making them for them. And yeah, like I don't know, like if it was someone like me, I mean, I got to think of why would someone do that if they weren't being paid to do that. You know, if it wasn't some part of something bigger. Like, you can love God and all you want, but to go out and hold a sign outside all day in the heat, I don't know. Something about that. It trips my spider sense, you know? Especially since the signs are all so similar. They look like they're all made at the same place. Now, there are groups out here, Christian groups. You'll see them, I walk by them sometimes, and they have like a little desk. There's one up here, actually. And they usually have a few representatives. I don't know what church it is. It's some kind of denomination. And, you know, they're with an organization. But then you have these lone wolf people with the signs that are similar. And yeah, I don't know what this is about. There's something to that. I don't know. I don't know if that, I'm not interested in it to get to the bottom of it. It's nice, right? I mean, they're holding signs about God, but I don't know. I'm a noticer, you know, so I notice things. They don't like people like me. They don't want you to notice. They want you to keep your eyes on the phone, on the ground. They certainly don't want you looking up. I like to keep my eye line at the second floor of buildings. This tends to infuriate people, certain kinds of people, more than others, because people, for some reason, want to be able to play googly eyes with you, and they'll always try to look into your eyes or at your eyes when you're walking through like a group of people. I ain't playing that shit. I don't do that. I'm not playing visual footsie with you. What I do is I keep my eye line affixed to the second floor of every building. If there's no building, I imagine one. And if I'm muscling through a crowd, I'm always looking beyond the crowd. Like as if I'm, you know, looking down the street. Always keep my head up. I'm never like, you know, slinking around. And people don't like that. Some people don't like people who carry themselves like that. They think it's like, they think you're arrogant or something. I don't know. That's how I like to, I'm not sneaking around. And I'm not like hiding from anyone, you know. And the fact that I don't play eye footsies with people, and you know, I know this sounds crazy. I'm just telling you, you know, what I experienced. People like to lock eyes with you. I notice like when you have people get mad sometimes, you know, sunglasses on in certain situations. Outside like this, it's, you know, normal, but you know, some people don't like sunglasses. I'm not saying like fucking that Black Corey Hart guy from last night who's always in the parking lot there with the shades on looking shady. I'm not saying that, but people like to be able to see your eyes. There's all kinds of reasons for that, you know, that they like to. But if I didn't do the second floor meme, I would be I'd be locking eyes with people all day, you know, because whenever I'm looking around or I look up, and I see it later when editing footage too sometimes, I just, you know, people staring right at you. So if you look out and not look up, you're gonna be fucking playing eye footsies with someone. I don't like that, you know. So I don't let them have that. I keep my eye line fixed up. And yeah, only after doing that for some time, they start to notice that some people really don't like that. It makes them upset. They want you to, they want the acknowledgement. Like, yes, I see you. I know you're here. Hello. You know, they're nosy too. But some people take it as disrespect if you don't acknowledge them. I'm talking just walking through a crowd, walking down the street, you know, I've had that kind of thing happen to me before, where people got upset with me. It's crazy, but you know, it happens. But yeah, I always run my eye line that way. And then sometimes you'll get like the guys who just looking to start shit with you. And I talked about what to do in that situation too. But if you find someone like staring you down and you happen to catch them staring at you, don't immediately like spurg and like start looking at the ground or something or get all nervous. And when you notice them look at it, you hold it for a second. You hold the look for a second and then slowly move away to the right, to the left, whatever. What you're doing is you're showing them, yeah, I see you, I know you're there, I don't care, you know. But you can avoid all that by doing the second floor method, which if you walk around crowds a lot during the day, some people don't, but if you live in like a city like I do or something, it's good policy to have. Always keep people, like keep them in your vision. Like you have your side, you know, what is that? Oh God, another average word. Lost. Like sands in the hourglass. Peripheral vision. Keep them in your peripheral vision. You know where everybody is, of course. You don't want to lose track of where someone is. They'll sneak up behind you. But yeah, keep them in your peripheral, but don't fucking look at them. It's weird. You know, neophysics has to do with the energy that exists in all of us wanting to reform into the one being that we are, you know? So there's always an attraction to other people wanting to interface with you in some way. But, you know, a lot of these people don't have that energy. Oh, there's one of those stands over there now. I don't know what kind of church it is. I don't know, it could be Mormons, actually, for all I know. I never stop with them. I just say hi and smile and nod. Say God bless you and stuff sometimes, but should we walk by them and see what it is? No, because I'm filming. I don't want to. I know people get nervous about that sometimes. I'm not going to do that. I'll find out at some point. And I'm sure you're dying to know, so I'll fill you in. It's fucking hot today. Oh my God. It's been cold. It's been not cold, but it's been cold for here. Yeah, it's been cold for here. You know, windy, a little chilly, but today it's like, it almost feels like summer again. Because we're going into summer. It's like, what, March now? Usually by the end of March, we're back into summer. My favorite months have come and gone for weather, you know. My favorite months are the ones that just went by. I'm trapped in this. Yeah, I hate this kind of stuff. Let me get out of here. It can happen fast. Just stroll along, next thing you know, you're in a herd. Because most people, they aren't as sensitive as I am, I guess. So they don't care. Like, they'll all jam into an elevator, or all squish on each other in the line. I can't do that. Now, yeah, I mean, I'm probably overly sensitive when it comes to stuff like that. Because I can feel them. I can't, like, they have an energy to them. They have like a field to them. And you can kind of feel their intentions or how they're feeling. You know, it takes up space. Some kind of fuzzy, static kind of space. There's other people that are good at that, like they know, they can see auras and stuff. I've never really been able to do that. It's not something I ever looked to develop, but I probably should learn more about that. Because I feel it though. Like I can feel someone's intention sometimes. Not all the time, but a lot of times. Like I could go on a bus and like feel the vibe. Buses are tough. Like I really can't go on them for long periods of time. When I first moved here, I was riding buses all the time just to try to figure out what everything was. And it wasn't that much of a problem. But after a while, once I started becoming more aware of the spiritual war and all this other kind of stuff started happening for me with the demons and all this other stuff, I started having those kind of feelings. Like, you can tell when someone doesn't like you, or when someone thinks something, or someone's afraid of you, or maybe someone wants something from you. I started to pick up on that. And it's kind of common, you know, among people these days, in these kind of circles. Like I said, some are better than others at it. Some can see colors of people. I was never able to do that, or at least not now. Who knows where this thing's gonna go? Things keep ramping up and getting crazier and crazier. It's at the point, like, it's definitely the frog in the boiling water thing. Like, if you grabbed one of us 10 years ago, or 5 years ago even now, and tried to describe to them the climate in the world, like socially, politically, just in everyday life, we'd be freaked out. You know, never mind someone from like the 80s or something, or even the 90s. It's gotten so bad, but it's happened real slowly. And every once in a while there'll be like a thing, like that's like a marker, like, you know, where it's like an event where it's like, wow, that's pretty crazy. But it only happened because everything else has gotten so crazy around it. Does that make sense? No, I think it does. Makes sense to me. Basically, you know, hell in the handbasket is what I'm saying. What's this guy doing? The new resident. Yeah, just stay away. Yeah, stay away. Stay far away. How'd you get here, buddy? Thanks, CIA. Alright, I'm going back in this place. Gotta get a Google card. I'll be back a bit later. Probably get one more in before the day's over. I'll have something interesting to talk about too. Instead of what this horse shit just was. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to waste you guys' time. Sometimes I just fire it up and I catch some fish. Sometimes there's nothing, none in the barrel. Till next time, don't blame the teacher, blame the school.